Okay, so in continuation with these videos that I'm making on the completion of my MIA Quicksilver style half scale model, I'm actually trying to complete my personal one. I've already done wings for a couple customers that ordered this particular size. There was one customer that actually inspired me to do this because he was the first one to ask me, "Hey Mario, can you can you build a half scale?" Sure, So I had to build one for myself. I explained that in some other videos, but it's one customer that kind of catapulted me into building my own for reference purposes. I got to have the tangible model for reference, and so that when my customers build something similar, at least I can relate to that on a personal, physical, real time. Basis, and so it makes it a lot easier, to troubleshoot and also to guide the customer if he needs help. So these are the wings that I'm trying to complete, for my half scale model, um, and so that's what you're seeing right here. You can see the lines that I've already explained in my other video, how I trace these lines, to provide a guide for my sleeves that are going to support the ribs. So all these are, they have ribbing, but also they also have a compression tubes that need to be attached to the wing properly at the right positions, and this wing needs to be perforated and sewn as well with the leading and trailing edge pockets, so that it retains the leading and trailing edge rods. I often get asked, what kind of tools do I use? When people watch my videos, sometimes I get emails, that says, "Hey, I saw your video. What do you use?" So this is the tools that I use here are just really basic tools that you use, for sewing fabrics. There's no magic here. The magic is really in the quality of the how careful you are, in making sure that everything's measured properly, that everything's cut properly, that everything is sewn properly. The lines have to be true and clean. There's a double. I do a double stitch on these with a double fold on the material, just because this is a larger model and it needs to be a little more reinforced. But this is the pencil. Let me finish this. This is just a water-soluble pencil. It's white, and it washes or cleans really, really easy. With just a damp, clean cloth from fabrics like this, the nylon. So you can even do this by hand. By rubbing it. So it's a great marking tool. For doing stuff like this. I sometimes also use. These markers, these are silver markers, but with the markers you can't make a mistake, because you can't erase that. But these are the tools. That's my pattern that I use in scale. 10 millimeters equals 1 inch there, just to keep it nice and compact. And so